Hello again, it's Noob, and yeah, I have a federal lock here. This is a 731, 70 mils in this direction, just really heavy. And what's really nice about this older style federal lock is it's got this sort of dovetailed. Can you see this dovetailed sort of cover here, so that the lock is just really beautifully made. I'd imagine when it's all locked up like this, that's, you know, you got a hasp or something in there, that's going to be one heck of a strong lock. It's got a spinner around the core, so that will be a reasonable anti-drill measure here as well. Just really like this thing. Unfortunately, although it was a bit of an eBay bargain, it doesn't have a key. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. We are pickers, so we will persevere and try to pick it anyway. So I'm going to use my Madball's 1.2mm curved pry bar, so I can thumb tension around this. Don't know what to call it. It's a shackle, isn't it? Really, it's a knurling on the end of the shackle, and we're going to pick it using an 18,000th gem. So we get some better lighting there. There we go. And then just try and pick it. Light tension on. I'm just raking the tips of the pins. The reason is that with this gem you can just sort of feel where the first binder is just by raking gently back and forth. Okay, so there we are. A little click on 2 there. On pin 6, nothing on 5, 4, little click, 3, little click, 2, 1, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, into a little false set there. Okay, so pin 4 now. Lots of counter rotation on pin 4, and oh! I think that's an open. The tension tool just slipped out, but I think we caught it. There's no spring on the core, luckily, which means it's nice and dead. And yep, we got it. Perfect. Phew! Right. Now, how do I get into this? Normally, I would have to put a shim down here. So yeah, let's go at that. So put a shim in there, like that, and then hopefully I can remove that. There we go. And then we have a little pin and a spring. Good stuff. Right. Now, looking down there, it looks like there is a hex key. These go in. I'm going to guess at the size. I'm probably wrong. Yep, too big. I always do that. I never get the size right. Ah, this is right. Good. I'm assuming that this bolt here, this little grub screw, there he is, will allow this to come out. There it does. That's kind of cool, actually. So the grub screw must come in and just sit like that. And then, got a pinning tray out ready. I can slide this really, look at that. Isn't that just brilliant? I love this design, this sort of dovetail design, really nice. Really thick spinner there, 2 mils of hardened steel, and I can just slide that core out. Okay, so, There's never an easy way to get these small circlips off, but I'm going to try to not spear my finger and use an old pair of tweezers. Actually, saying that, I can rotate that around. Okay. Always think it's got to be a better way of doing this, but there you go. So this is this core is currently unlocked, so I've got to be a little bit careful here, because what I don't want to do is accidentally spin this round and lock it back up, because then I'd have to pick it again and then I'd cry. Out of enjoyment, of course, because I love picking locks. No, I do love picking locks, just don't have to pick them sort of twice. Almost. I think we got it. I think we got it. Got it. Good. Right. Ho ho. Like that. Like that. I'm going to stick a shim in it anyway because I can. And the good rule of thumb is if you've got shims, use them, because you never know. And the time you don't use a shim is the time that you really, really wish you did. Okay, so then push that whole core out. And let's have a look inside and see what we get. Okay, I'll try and do this really quickly. Oh, we've got some more anti-drill protection in the core there. Look, there you go. Steel anti-drill pins there. And pin 1 is steel as well. So overall, this is a great lock. Very thin pins in this lock. And it looks like a little bit of milling there to provide a step in the plug. Pretty nice. And that might match up with these serrations which are on the key pins there. Let me just show you that. Got some serrations on the key pins, which I'll just turn the wrong way up. There we go. And then I didn't feel any serrations on the pins in the lock, so I'm going to call it and say that they're just going to be standards and spools. So let's try drop them out and see. Standard steel, anti-bump brass, like a barrel pin, spool brass, spool in brass. Nice little spools. There we go. So, just as I thought, just spools and standards, and I'm including the anti-bump pin as that grouping as well. There you go. This doesn't sit all the way in the keyway. What it does is it sits just above. It doesn't go all the way down, so it just rests. Probably actually where those little cuts are, just rests at the top of that there, and it means that it doesn't sit on the key pin, making it an effective anti-bump measure. There you go. Interesting little pin. Okay, hope you found that interesting. That's the an older style Federal SS Series 731. Fantastic lock, even if it doesn't have a key. Alright, I'll see you all next time.